Okay, I am trying to find some sanity out there in the world, and this Stefan, I'm sorry, but sometimes this guy makes sense, and then sometimes he's like totally freaking insane, and it's like when people tell you who they are, listen to them. So it's like, while, you know, somebody like Stefan who has, good philosophy, we should listen to him. I mean, he is saying some really good things of the causes that are creating these riots in England. I mean, love, love, love the guy for at least having some understanding of cause and effect. And you cannot fix any problems until you solve the causes that create the problems. But it's like this guy wants to, sell you roses so you can go down the path of his thinking. And what is his thinking? You can tell who people are by what they choose to believe. And Stefan is a very, very big supporter of this Aaron Rand, Ayn Rand concepts. And it's like, the whole concept is completely insane. I can't find anybody that can make that concept in one way, shape, or form sound like it's reasonable, sound like there's any sanity going on. Nobody's showing up to say where it's a good thing. And it's like, if it can't show up to say anything good, then there is nothing good about it. But from what I see, you can really tell insanity by if your opinions are good, if your perspective, how you view the world is so right, then your advice you give others should actually equally apply to you. So I'm going to play an interview of this Leonard Peacock. I'm really, really bad at pronouncing names. Okay, this was a guy that Anne Rand gave, when Rand died, which clearly she's wrong. If she died, her beliefs ended up killing her. Um, Based on the concept that I've discovered, the first human lie is the human body was designed to live forever. Um, the only thing that's killing us is ourselves and our society. If we actually did everything right, if that was the guide to telling you what is right and what is wrong, you'd actually increase your lifespan, would get longer. As long as you're dying because of what you tend to believe to be true and the society that it creates. So just using that baseline, she died. Her friggin' belief systems killed herself. But she ended up and Alan Greenspan. You should look at who's friends with her and look at, is Alan Greenspan did anything good for anybody, or did he participate in the collapse of everything? Does he not look a little insane? And see who his friends were. See who he believed. He believed in insanity. But anyways, this guy Leonard was like, oh, the biggest fan of Rand, and now is running the school. And okay, so let's just look at his concepts of reality. Which, this is an interview on Fox. This O'Reilly. It's like, okay, here is insanity interviewing insanity, and kind of looking like they're on opposing sides when they're both on the same side. It's like, okay, well, the interview itself is insane, but it's dealing with, okay, if we were at war and innocent people, are getting killed by your war, how do you feel about it? Listen to the response by this insane guy.
All kinds of things like this, and civilians get killed. You're not so worried about that.
I'm absolutely not concerned with innocents, people in the enemy territory. If they get killed, that is the responsibility of their government for initiating aggression against us. In any
Okay, so By that concept, if that rule applies to him, then that should be equal for his enemy. That his enemy should not care about any of his citizens. And let's just take a look. What aggression is ever going on in the States? I don't see anybody. There is no friggin' terrorists. 9/11, good example of how the government kills its own people. You're seeing more terrorist actions happen outside of the United States, not inside the United States. And anytime it does happen, turns out it's always its own government doing it to itself so it can, now we can convince everybody it's okay to go to war. So by that standard, the enemy, if you put any aggression on any other country, the opposition has the right to not give a shit about your citizens. If the United States has the right to go and bomb them, then they have the right to go and bomb you. And bomb you with zero care for your innocent citizens, because it would be your president. So in what way are you even gaining any kind of peace? I mean, is this belief structure this guy has only perpetuates wars? In what way, shape, or form does this concept actually unfold a solution to end all wars? Or is this mindset just something that perpetuates war constantly? That you're right no matter how wrong you are. And you have the right to kill people no matter what. And making that, okay, if you feel that way, then that means your enemy should feel that way. And guess what? The only thing you guys are doing is fighting for the sake of fighting. You don't even know what they're fighting about. But it doesn't matter. As long as we're fighting, it's okay. It just makes no logic sense. Like, this guy, I mean, this rat, that's all they are, is about violence and destruction and killing people, not sitting down and having a peace table and say, wait a minute, what are we fighting about? There's no logic there to sit there and say, is this really working for us? We all seem to be dying. If we're all dying, and the golden rule is human life is supposed to live forever, we're kind of doing everything wrong. So, Stefan, good on you. I say when people tell you who they are, you should listen to them. And this Ayn Rand stuff is, how to kill people and get away with it, and have a good conscience while you're killing everybody on the planet. So it's like, you play that game long enough and you teach everybody how to be killers, well, then we're killing each other and the world is coming to an end. Can you feel it? We're going to kill ourselves with the pollution. We're going to kill ourselves with nuclear waste. We're going to destroy our food. We're going to destroy our air, Stefan. You don't give a shit, right? I bet you, do you care about your kids? Do you even have kids? Didn't even research down that far, but I mean, this tells me that Stefan, or Stefan, or whatever you want to pronounce your name, I'm really bad at names, but that tells me that this Stefan doesn't care about children. That tells me that Stefan doesn't care about any human life whatsoever. The only thing that he cares about is his own selfish greed. So donate to that guy. He'll lead you down the path of, hey, let's kill our neighbors. If I can get it back from killing my neighbor, let's go at it. And that rule should apply to my neighbor, so that means my neighbor is entitled to kill me. I'm sorry, but I'm not making any sense out of that. I think it's just, now we know why the world is insane. People believing in bullshit. Let's go be selfish to the point where all human life is completely wiped out. Good going. Good going. I can't even get anybody to object with anything I'm saying. Nobody can even stand up to the argument. Maybe because there is no argument. Peace out.